Hey, I have been challenged to go live for 14 days on Facebook. And the thing that I'm going to talk about today is just simply my story of obesity and where I was, what got me to where I am today. And simply that was, I've always struggled with my weight. I've always struggled with food. Food has never been under control in my life. Exercise has. Like, I loved exercise. It's exciting. It's thrilling. It's something I love. But I've always used food to cope for feelings. I've used food to cope for stress or anything else that I didn't want to deal with. I just ate. Food was my drug of choice. I've tried all those diets out there, and if you struggle with weight, you're like looking for that next best thing. And I don't know if it's you, if it's me, but that's how I was. I was always looking for the next best thing. I've tried all of them that I know of, which may not be all of them out there, but I've tried all of them that I know. I've tried the groups. I've tried the points. I've tried super restrictive diets. I've tried all the shakes. And you know what? None of that worked. I mean, it worked. I dropped some weight, but I wasn't able to sustain it. And I guess I really thought that once I got the weight off, that I would be able to sustain it just magically. And that's not how it works. It's actually a process. And when you look for a nutrition coach, and if they become a nutrition coach by simply signing up and receiving a package, that's not nutrition coaching. And I'll explain that here in just a little bit. But in February of 2017, my OBGYN said to me, "You need to start CrossFit, Danielle." And then he invited me to go do CrossFit with him up on the north side. I lived on the south side at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. I just have a newborn that doesn't sleep. No, I'm not doing that. So then that Thursday, I went to my endocrinologist, and he's like, "You need to go do CrossFit." Okay, dismiss that. And then Saturday, there was a Saturday night service where I went to church, and a friend drove up in her SUV and hollered out the window and says, "Meet me on Friday at noon for a CrossFit class." And I'm just like, okay, I hear you, God. I hear you. I show up, or at home, I should say. Before that, I'd been praying. I've been reading through in the Bible, this chronological Bible. I was in the point where God was handing out land, and he was doling out land to each of these tribes. And each of these tribes were given like a section of land. Like, you stay here, you stay here, you stay here. Well, in my mind, I felt like that was about boundaries. I felt that you could do what you needed to inside those boundaries and you are safe. So I'm like, okay, well, that's where I needed the same thing with my food. I need to have boundaries with my food. So I went ahead and signed up for some nutrition support from people that I didn't even know, but I knew the process worked. Why? Because I know thousands and thousands of people have done this process and it works. And they are, 10, 15, 20 years out or more, and have kept the weight off and actually are able to build muscle, look good, be strong, and feel good and love life. Okay. So that hooked me. Like, I want that. I want that life. I want that life of freedom, flourishing, and having a blast, and just not thinking about, oh, am I going to fit in an airplane seat? Am I going to fit on that roller coaster? Am I going to be able to ride rides with my kid? Am I going to be able to stand or like go for a bike ride with my kids? Like, all those things started really playing in my mind. And so I went ahead and did that, and I got a hold of the CrossFit thing, and I was feeling good. And about 8 months in, I had this feeling, this intuition that I was supposed to become a nutrition coach, like help people with their nutrition and fight obesity and things like that. And I'm just like, no. So I pushed that aside. And then 8 months later, after that, I kid you not, the opportunity came up to start studying and start taking classes and doing some coursework on what nutrition really entails. So again, when I say that if someone can sign up and get a package and becomes a coach or nutrition support, that's not real nutrition, because real nutrition involves a lot of science, a lot of studying, a lot of continuing education. It involves a lot of things that, underlying lifestyle things you got to keep in mind, like your hormones, your season of life, and what you actually need versus what you want, and so forth. And so all of that aside, I became a nutrition coach because I want people to also have that freedom. I want them to have a zeal for life that's lasting, and it's not about the weight loss. Because what happens after you're done losing weight? Nobody cares anymore, right? Nobody starts commenting anymore. Nobody says anything. What matters is that longevity, that sustainability of keeping that weight off. And that's what I love about my nutrition coaching. So I'm excited to be a coach simply because of the comments of my clients. I'm gonna give you one. She says, Danielle is the only coach who has ever helped me see food as food. That food is not good or bad. All the times I tried to berate myself for having a bad week, Danielle turns it around and helps me see the positives. I'm actually feeling a huge sense of freedom through her coaching. And then I have other clients who were not able to climb stairs that are climbing stairs now on purpose because they can. Like, how cool is that? I have clients that are taking leisurely walks because guess what? They can. Taking hikes, doing more things, going and living their life, an active part of life and not part of the sidelines of life. So that's what I'm all about. I love, love, love the idea of not being a statistic. I come from a long line of obesity and obesity related diseases, but so far, because of my nutrition and because of my fitness, I'm not the statistic, and I don't want to be a statistic. So let's go ahead, and if you are interested at all in what I do and how my coaching is different, please reach out. I'm taking on new clients this month in August, so you are welcome to, schedule a call with me just to say, hey, what do you do? Like, how can you help me? I'm here for that, and I would love to talk to you because it gives me so much joy to help others see freedom. I hope you have a great day. Bye.